Long ago, the gnomes, trolls, elves, and nymphs each had their own beautiful land. And then the plague came, twisting their lands into horrific mutations of their former glory. The wise among the races fled to the land of the unicorns, the only land left undefiled by the plague. Those who could not outrun the wave of evil mutated into monsters.
Hi, I'm Don.
And I'm Adam.
And I'm Luke.
And this is Pryzm. Chapter 1, The Dark Unicorn. Chapter 1 of 1. Another cutscene.
Many blessings upon you, Pryzm, for today you have come of age. And with this day, hope springs anew in all peoples as you bear the wings and markings of those who will restore the lands.
Hope does not spring so merrily from the trolls. This plague was brought on eons ago by the unicorns, and now you're sending one of your own out to wreak more havoc.
The unicorns were never responsible for the plague.
You were too young to know the truth.
You place too much trust in your foolish fairy tales.
One man's foolishness is another man's wisdom. If it please the council, I offer to accompany this youngster on her quest. I might be of some assistance. And where two tread, the truth walks with them.
Good Master Carrick, we value the goodwill of your people. Accompany Pryzm on the quest with our blessings.
But before you set out, I see we must help you address some issue. My good Lady Pryzm, as undignified as it might be, I'm afraid that you must let Karak ride upon your back.
What? But with him on my back, I won't be able to fly.
You will be able to hover. That we'll have to do.
Let her fly all she likes. These feet of mine were meant to stay on the ground.
My good Master Karak, I'm afraid the lumbering tramp of a troll's stride is no match for a unicorn's swift gait. Speed is needed. Now you must ride or be left behind.
All right. But she better not throw me.
I'll do you one even better. I'll keep you from falling off.
Oh, sure. Until the plague starts twisting you into some kind of dark unicorn, and then you'll buck me straight to the sky. You need not worry about that. Pryzm's protective amulet will shield you from both the plague and most attacks. Most attacks? If the shield is weakened, some of the more magical attacks might get through. But do not fear. If your life energy or the amulet's power becomes too weak, the amulet will expend its last bit of power and transport you back here. How comforting!
Indeed it is, and it is high time we ran you through your paces. Come now, let us adjourn to the training area.
Okay, so we're all clear on what that means, right?
Oh, I know I am.
Okay, yeah, so,
It's all the unicorn's fault, Don.
yeah, obviously. A magical plague has fell upon the land. Only the unicorns are immune. And, well, this troll managed to he's a refugee. He's not really happy about the unicorns. He's pretty convinced they're behind it all for some reason. Oh, that music. I hope you like it. We're going to be hearing it for a while.
It's so serene.
Yeah, there's pretty good music, I'm not gonna lie, and pretty good voice acting. There's just not a whole lot of it.
And I would say like 90% of the voice acting is in this tutorial right here.
You know, for such a young man, you sure are an old nag. Okay, yeah, so normally this unicorn could fly, but she has a troll on her back, so we can't.
A little too heavy.
Yeah, we can glide like Spyro, the
They
dragon.
say we can hover, but that's a load of garbage.
That is highly theoretical, as in
That should do quite
Atlantis is a theory. It's not a thing. But yeah, this is a tutorial. You know what tutorials are. But, okay, so Pryzm, Chapter 1, Dark Unicorn by TDK has a teen rating. So, you know.
This has a teen rating.
Oh, yeah. This is.
Look at all that violence.
This is a very mature story. Did you not see the intro cutscene where a scantily clad nymph is transformed into a slightly green scantily clad nymph?
Somebody could mistake that for like tentacle porn or something.
Yeah.
Good troll.
I mean, I know I did.
That's exactly where my mind went.
Anyway, that intro cutscene is a little bit Okay, giving the intro cutscene a little bit more credit. When we finally do meet the nymphs, they're not just slightly green. Some of them are frog monsters. Some of them are insects for some reason. Well, okay, that makes sense a little bit. There's some,
Let's just say it's hard to tell what they are.
Okay, so back of the box, back of this delightful box, a corrupting plague of dark magic grips the world. Lush lands have turned barren. Inhabitants have become hostile mutant creatures except for those that made it to the unicorn lands as refugees, like the troll here. That is riding our main character, Pryzm, a white unicorn. For some reason, the title is Dark Unicorn. Well,
Oh my god.
yeah. That's some pretty nice foreshadowing. DC Comics had the absolute gentleness of the heart to create a limited edition collectible comic book that they slapped onto the back of the instruction manual. And I'm going to use the tutorial time to here, you guys can see it. Like, that's a nymph.
Back when they really made good instruction manuals.
Yeah. This is
I mean, so
everything
much that it's a
you need to
comic.
know about the story, not by playing it, but by reading about it. Now, you can see here, we can.
Yeah.
There is a scantily clad woman with a spear and a fireball descending upon a wood elf who has a flaming spear, and he's riding a wolf with red eyes. This game looks like it's going some interesting places.
This comic looks good.
Yeah,
It does look good.
Page 1. The nymphs are flying in formation over a jungle. And the scantily clad woman in front says, "Stay in formation, ladies. We're getting close." There's the target being a peaceful village. They're dive bombing. The village is now in flames, but the wood elves are fighting back.
Oh, and check it out.
Oh yeah, we're playing now.
The
The roller coaster ride.
Reverse roller coaster. So if this may induce nausea.
this is not the game messing up.
No, this is intentional. This is experimental gameplay. Game development. I don't know. Oh, that's one of the mutants.
Hi. Yep.
He was just having a normal day before magic happened. Okay, now we're playing. And yeah, our goal is to meet every one of those delightful mutants and heal them with the magic of either the unicorn horn or the troll's wand.
Mostly hitting him in the face.
Yeah, that's usually how healing happens here. And there, he's happy. And he got his clothes back too. And the problem is those plants. We need to make those plants nice plants again, basically.
They've been corrupted, and they're corrupting everybody else.
Mm-hmm. And I hope you like this gameplay.
Charge.
There's not a whole lot of... that's pretty much it.
You gotta use your radar. You gotta get the radar out.
Yeah.
Wait,
out
I
where
don't think I'm. Refresh me on the radar.
If you would watch the tutorial,
I'm sorry, I was looking at the comic.
Okay.
you would know that he can use his wand as a radar. He just points it in a direction, and it tells him if that's
Well,
where
it's more of a compass,
flower
I guess.
is. Yeah.
It points moral north.
Okay. I heard that, but it didn't quite register.
It doesn't really make... Yeah, it's magic. It tells you where you need to go. And, the whole time you play the game, you're going to be hearing these two spout the exact same one-liner off at regular intervals. In this case, we're going to be hearing Old Nag, Old Troll quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, the production budget for the sound guys had to be enormous for this game. Absolutely enormous.
I'm sticking with my theory that they brought in a bunch of pretty good voice actors and actresses and gave them audition lines, took the audition lines, said we'll call you, but never actually hired them.
That could be it.
And then just use the audition takes because there's not a whole lot of voice acting, but the voice acting is okay
Luke,
for what it is.
You're killing it here on this on this jump.
It was a difficult jump, you know.
This is not a speed run. This is not a showcase of skill. This is a showcase of a game that I didn't know existed.
That probably shouldn't exist, but it does.
There's a lot of things like that in this world, like the iPhone.
I must say this might be one of the worst games.
Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't say that.
I mean, there's probably worse.
This game is memorable. There are games that are forgettable. That's the worst thing a game can be, in my humble opinion. This game has a comic book.
It does have a comic book.
Okay, so back in the comic book, there's a wood elf shooting a flaming spear at the dive-bombing nymphs, and he's saying, "Die, you winged freaks." He scores a hit. One of the scantily clad women's gets a hit on the shoulder, and now she's a fireball. She lands at the feet of a unicorn, a white unicorn. Don't worry about his name. He's not in the story itself. But he's saying, "Oh, it's so terrible that you've been harmed, John McCain." But then one of the ground troops of the Wood Elves, who are under attack, mind you, says, "Hey, unicorn, stay out of this. That's my prisoner. I can't let you take her prisoner. She bombed my village. I kind of can. And if you're going to intervene on the side of the nymphs, I guess you're my enemy, unicorn." And, he's making a pretty reasonable case, but then he gets shot in the back by a dark unicorn.
Oh my god.
Yes. And now the white unicorn is so sad because there's unnecessary death because of his interference, basically. And the dark unicorn says, "Dude, he was going to kill you. Of course I intervened. By the way, I think I found a way to end this war. White unicorn, I read your heart. It will only lead to bad things."
Oh my god.
Should have listened to the white unicorn.
Yeah.
Read your heart?
And the dark unicorn goes to the United Nations of Unicorns. And the United Nations of Unicorns says, "Dark unicorn, this is a bad idea. We're not going to let you do it." And he says, "You will regret this." The very next day, the zombie magic plague happens, and nobody knows exactly why.
I wonder how that happened.
And the dark unicorn is not seen again, by the way. But this is a complete mystery, and the unicorns have no idea how it happened. They just know it didn't affect them, and in fact, they're the only ones who were not affected by it.
Yep.
Anyway, that's the DC Comics contribution to human civilization that is Pryzm, the Beginning, A Costly Piece.
Now, back to trying to siege down this flower.
Oh yeah, did anything interesting happen in gameplay terms while I was narrating?
We ran around.
Oh, okay.
And we slapped people in the face.
Yeah, if we didn't say it, Luke's playing.
That's a pretty normal Tuesday night, I'm not gonna lie. Now, you'll notice that there are children.
Will they turn back into monsters?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if you don't take care of the flower, they're just going to keep reverting. This is a game about addiction. Like, people say that this is a game about a unicorn that's trying to heal the planet, but what's this game really about? It's a game about healing the heart.
It's about finding who you really are. Oh, good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
Now, they are all going to be that whiplashy, so... But they're very grateful.
The cameras...
Oh.
What? What is this? Not what. Who? Yes, who are you?
Pryzm, I am the chosen one.
Well, chosen one. Turn back from your quest while you still have the power to choose. The more you turn back the plague, the more our minds will be brought together.
Okay, so we're going to see a lot of that every time we go through a stage like that. Every now and again, anyway, we're going to see a little cutscene where mysterious red eyes in the shape, in the configuration of a horse skull, start talking to the white unicorn. And you're like, oh, is this the titular dark unicorn? Yes,
Yeah,
in fact it is.
If it wasn't obvious, yes.
Yeah, and basically he's like, young one, you have done well, but you must stop this now.
He seems like an all-around good guy, actually.
Yeah, he's he's not like Saruman. He's basically like, dude,
No, they won't let me jump
nothing
over
good
that.
will happen. Yeah, there's a lot of invisible walls. Now, I guess we could go ahead and confess. You'll notice that we're not dying. There's a reason for that.
If you notice the name we put in at the beginning, it's Supreme Magic. It makes you a god, basically.
Yeah, it makes the game playable. Now, that's in the sense that backgammon is playable. I don't enjoy backgammon, but I can still play it. I don't enjoy this game, but I can play it now. Or make somebody else play it. I do love the running animation of the little Gretchens down there. What up, guys? But yeah, Supreme Magic makes you invincible, which means you don't have to worry about dying while trying to navigate the puzzles,
Which, on this level, is a huge pain in the neck.
Yeah, and to be honest, there's not a whole lot of variation. There's a lot of level designs, but it's all the same thing. You go to a plant, you beat it to death, or to life. And
Yeah, that's what it is.
You wiggle your staff.
and everyone becomes fully clothed and normal again, and that's the thing. And then you get a cutscene of the character drama, and that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Like, all of this is just wasting your time, basically.
It's not the enlightening dialogue that is the unicorn and the dark unicorn.
Yeah.
Pryzm, sorry.
But yeah, I'm not really sure when this game came out, so let's.
It was in the 2000s sometime.
Yeah.
How did you even come across this game?
So my mom found it somewhere, and she said, "That's a cheap game. Let's get that for."
He likes all that Lord of the Rings bullshit. Surely he'll like these.
Honestly, the first time I got it, I didn't find a tutorial. It doesn't start you in the tutorial. It just gives you all the maps, and you
Right.
can pick whichever one you want to.
Right.
And if you never go to the tutorial one, like, you have no idea how to play the game. It doesn't tell you, like, you should be killing these flowers. It doesn't tell you, like, what you're trying to do.
So
at all.
did you figure it out without the tutorial?
Oh no, I played it for like 10 minutes. I was like, this sucks, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do, and I put it back on the shelf.
Another one for the collections. If it wasn't apparent, you were in God mode right now.
Yeah, walking straight through lava.
That's a key indicator of it and whatnot. What is that? Is that line that's... Oh, it's just
So the electricity
connecting
is
it?
their link to the flower, and you have to break all of its links before you can cleanse it.
This is a story about addiction and identifying enablers and
Oh,
removing
yes.
them from the environment. And
Otherwise,
lava.
they'll create
Lots of
rivers of
lava.
lava. Yes. Yes. Yep.
I think we're in... What is this? Troll territory?
Yeah,
No, it's-
this is the troll territories.
Okay.
Troll controlled.
Okay, I've got the instruction book back out. Not because I'm bored, not because I'm looking for anything to read, but because it's actually kind of detailed. It's actually kind of... They put an absurd amount of trouble into this for what they put into the game anyway.
The best part of the game is really the instruction manual.
Like,
Yeah.
Tulum, the Unicorn Valley, which we saw at the beginning. Beautiful valley, home of unicorns,
Very
home
beautiful.
to the main character, and the Unicorn Council. Here many seek rest and wisdom.
Also known as the Unicorn UN.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, that's the only place you won't turn into a monster just by walking around, so it's got its perks. We are currently in Lumma, the Troll Mountains, in the north, land of fire and ice. This was before the HBO show, so this game is actually quite well read.
Is it before the books even? When was the first book read?
It came out when we were in junior high, so 2002 would have been around.
So it's around the same time.
Or I imagine fire and ice is a pretty common mannerism, but yeah.
There's a business in Central Evansville called Fire and Ice. They're an engineering firm.
Is that right?
It's there.
And technically, the book series is a song of ice and fire. So
True.
okay, so this
All right.
I think we know that Martin played this, and you know that's where
Clearly.
the inspiration came from.
Exactly.
Not
I mean,
the first books, not the first 3 books. He won it,
Huge PlayStation 2
but
fan.
he really leaned hard into it in books 4 and 5.
Yes.
And basically, the entirety of the late seasons of the HBO show it comes directly from this. Oh, let's see. It was once the home of the trolls, which is good because it says, yeah, this is where they used to live Now they live in Unicorn Land.
They got gentrified.
Yeah. Bunch of zombies.
Well, it's more like genocide, but
Reverse gentrified.
Yeah.
Reverse gerentra. I don't know where I'm going with that one. I'll stop now.
I'm getting really sore from riding.
The flower. Okay.
Good job, Luke.
Thank you for restoring me. I am once more a wizard of stone and
The
meat.
celebrations continued on into the night,
Self again.
and everyone was happy.
Yeah.
And they realized they live on rocks.
Okay. Well, we're all right. Back right into it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can't stop. When you've got an infestation of this scale going on, there's no time to rest.
now we know that the trolls were industrial folk, built factories, mine carts.
Yeah. Factories that are still operating.
Yes.
Yeah. They,
Like
they-
the zombies are still operating them, I guess.
Well,
we
I
don't really
d-
know
this is what I
whether
did
the
in my
zombies
previous
are
life.
sentient or not, or whether they're just
Yeah, well-
trying to kill everything.
it's what I did in my previous life. It's
What?
just what I know.
They are, let's see. Oh my god, the Luminantia. I found the history, the forbidden lore of Pryzm, the Dark Unicorn. It starts with a quote from Yatu. It is as if a huge spider has imprisoned the lands in its vast web.
Oh, that
Wow.
sounds bad.
Yeah, okay. That's a fairly accurate summation of this game, I guess. Because you do kind of move kind of like you're stuck in a spider web.
It's true.
The game does not control particularly well. It has interesting controls because you're attacking with two different characters at the same time. Or you get not at the same time. You
Yeah,
can.
like the left controller's almost all unicorn, and the right side's mostly
How do you think my back's
troll.
Yeah. It's nice concept. Execution is a bit lacking. A bit lacking is pretty good summation of this game as well. Okay, history. Long ago, gnomes, trolls, elves, and nymphs each had their own beautiful land. Then the plague came, twisting the lands into horrific mutations. Wisest among the races fled to the unicorns. The last unicorn in a long line of seers had a vision of a winged unicorn like Pryzm with a cutie mark. It says sunburst, but it's a cutie mark.
I mean, let's be real. The My Little Ponies came out before this.
Oh yeah, it was 1980s.
Way before those.
Yeah. It was totally ripped off the My Little Ponies.
Yeah, that and He-Man and
This
She-Ra,
is
obviously. There's
Deviant Art of the early 2000s.
And Donkey Kong Country obviously had an impact. Look at the stage here.
Oh my God, yeah.
But anyway, last seer, the unicorns had a prophecy, because of course he did. And he told the refugees that eventually a unicorn is going to come and save everyone. Which just sounds a lot like propaganda when you think about it. Like, look, I know you're all really suspicious of why we weren't affected.
It
but
really
we're going to
looks-
save you.
It really looks like we did all of this.
Yeah.
But the prophecy says we are going to save you.
Yeah, well, not me. Not anyone living
Oh, no,
now.
no.
There's going to be a unicorn, though.
Sometime
so we
in the
need
future.
to be left alone as, yeah. Now dawns a day like no other in all of Luminantia. It is the day that Pryzm comes of age. Okay,
Oh boy.
oh, God. she came of age. She's been saddled with an old troll.
So that's what the troll was doing here.
Man, that's what the bar mitzvahs are like in this land, yeah.
Take that for what you will.
Yep. And, okay. Join Pryzm as she stands before the High Council and faces off against... Wait a minute. Oh, okay. Karok, the Archmage of the Trolls, who is the guy riding her. Okay. For a second, I thought, like, faces off against. Are you going to spoil your secret enemy a game? Okay, no. No, she is facing off with them. This is a fairly tempestuous relationship, but they do grow.
Hidden hole.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta hate the hidden holes.
There's a lot of, yeah.
There's a lot of hidden holes in this game and in our lives.
Mm-hmm. Fall through the cracks.
And the demons will get you.
You gotta respect the guy who's chasing after you like that.
And then just push him off the cliff.
Wait for me. You can really see why the trolls settled here.
Yeah, this is a beautiful time of year.
The red smog and lava really bring the place together.
Yeah.
It does.
I'm
Awesome jump there.
I'm fairly certain this is a healthy environment before the mutation plague even.
I'm really curious whether it was or not, because all the industry around here could really wreck the place.
Yeah, I suppose it has been unattended for quite some time, so I guess this could be like a polluted haze. Oh, and this guy's just, his job is to just throw other people as munitions for now.
See if we can burn him out of this tower.
Yeah, see, this is a game. It's not gonna hold your hand. You gotta think critically.
Yep.
And for a teenager, that is an important lesson. Thank you, ESRB. Yes. You know, I kind of wonder what it was that pushed the ESRB to rate this game teen. T for teen.
Well, it's got fantasy violence.
It does. There's no deaths.
None of the unicorns have clothes on.
It's true. There is full-bore nudity.
Yeah.
In fact, there's a lot of male gaze going on right now because I know there's some bronies among our fan base, and we're seeing nothing but horse ass right now.
It's a good point.
Barely covered up by that blonde tail.
Yes, it is just, yeah. And we're being denied a full view of Karok, so it's just not fair.
I mean, he's an old man. Do we really want to see that?
No.
Well, no.
No. Excellent platforming here, though, Luke.
Thank you. It was very difficult.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. That guy's... He's gonna get you. He's gonna get you. There's drama. I swear, there's drama. Oh, he's got friends. His friends are dead. You're not healing those things. I'm guessing they're just constructs of the plague.
They are. Well, those are the ones he throws. So he's just creating them, I think.
Okay, that actually does. Like the plague has been settled across the land for a few generations, or at least one, because Pryzm had to be born and come of age before the game could happen.
Right.
The people were healing. Were they immortal as mutants?
That's a very good question.
Because they're being reborn with their clothes, with all their memories intact of being
Yeah,
themselves.
it seems like they remember before it, because whenever you save them after the level's over, they thank you.
Like, they're not just freaking out, like, whoa, I wasn't here. Like, they don't... Like,
It's like they know everything that's happening.
So, were they just in stasis? Mutant stasis?
Oh.
Pryzm was it? I pity you, for I see I am to be your teacher.
I can learn nothing from you.
You are arrogant and prideful. I took that path long before you. Indeed, there is much I can teach you, for I too reached beyond my power. In my fall, I and I alone unleashed the plague upon the world.
He has his regrets. It is good to have some direct, line of dialogue with the villain. I will applaud the game for that.
That is nice.
You need to be able to know who you're fighting, know what they're going for, and usually you don't want to just have that dumped on you at the last stage.
I think I missed why he just appears in her head.
Well, they're magic.
So did you just have some magical link?
Yes.
He's magic, she's magic. So
Cleansing
yes.
the plague could bring them closer.
Yeah. And the closer she gets to him, the more danger she's going to be in. Once you start down the dark path, forever will it dominate your destiny.
It will lead to fear. Fear will lead to hate. And in that guy's case, it leads to suffering.
Now, remember, the instruction booklet did promise fire and ice. It's delivering.
Very quickly, in fact.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm still... Okay, the little snow golems are now around, so... Well, not golems. The snow
How do you
Gretchens.
think my back's feeling?
It's good to be something.
Yeah, and every time you heal a plant, other plants grow around it, so that's nice.
Yeah, you get a little green burst.
Yeah. Like that little, oh, what was that Don Bluth movie? The Troll in Central Park. Who could
Never
forget
heard
that?
of it.
Was that an MST3K one?
No, that would have been a good one, but no. It's actually fairly well animated. It's just incredibly stupid. It's about a troll who is a good troll. He has a green thumb that makes he has a green thumb. So of course the joke is he can make a garden anywhere by putting it on the ground. And that is a good power. And he goes to Central Park, a place with no greens. Yeah.
Wait, Central Park?
Central Park. It is absolutely barren. It is, it's not an actual New York City. It's a Republican's idea of New York City. A barren 80s hellscape, basically a steamy alleyway populated by orcs, basically. Anyway, he just hangs out in New York City for a while and fights off the evil trolls. And at the end, he puts his thumb down on New York City and covers it in greens. So basically, he destroys New York City. Millions of people die at the end. It's a very terrifying movie. You don't trust trolls.
Wow.
But at least it's green.
It is green. I will give him that. He succeeded in that.
Oh, the goddamn stairs.
Actually, that's actually a really good. It's good that we brought this up. It is incredibly incisive that we brought that movie up because he used his magical powers for good, or at least he intended to.
Oh.
Almost like there's somebody else who has been heavily hinted to have tried that, and had some backlash, some problems, some little Gretchens and ankle-biting children.
How do you think my back's feeling?
I'm actually kind of curious if mutants are capable of producing offspring.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Like, are there people?
Or did they sprout out of holes in the ground?
Maybe the ones that disappear were born mutants.
Yeah, that's kind of it's dark
Well, this
unicorn.
is dark unicorn.
Like, it would be kind of weird to like become a human toddler after living your whole life as a little mutant creature. It's like, no. Wonder if that. Oh my God. Little teacup from Beauty and the Beast must have the.
Oh, yeah.
Puberty must have sucked for him.
Such an old
Or did he get to skip it entirely?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like, he spent so much time as a child with a child's viewpoint as a teacup. Chip, go to bed now, Chip. It's past your bedtime.
I'll tell you when.
25, Mom.
I'll tell you when you're older, Chip. We'll never get older.
We never had the talk, Mom.
such an old troll. You
Like, is there gonna be like? I wonder if Beauty and the Beast characters had like a airing of grievances. Like, okay, remember, I spent most of this as a very fragile object, and you guys were roughhousing quite a bit, carrying on with your Disney songs. I could have died.
One crack, and that would have been the end of me.
Yeah.
Oh God, what if when Chip comes back, becomes a human again, half his face was missing because part of his face
God.
was missing.
He's got a giant scar.
Like, just an eye is missing and it's just weeping pus. We're going to dark places in this.
Well, it is the Dark Unicorn.
It is the Dark Unicorn, chapter 1 of 1, because there was no 2 made.
Which I can't see why not.
To be honest, they didn't really leave an opening for.
Well, 2002, like, this is a post 9/11 world. We had to have our priorities straight.
Oh, that's a good
And
point.
the economy was kind of doing that thing where it was growing, but not really. And then they just, and the makers of this game knew 2007, 2008 was going to happen. So they needed to cash out of the derivatives pronto. No time to make chapter 2. No time. Oh, they're mounted creatures now.
Yeah, some nice polar bears.
Yeah, and normally you would have, you turn them into polar bears. They're nice now. They won't help, but they're nice. And of course they will turn back.
Yeah, they stay in there in a daze until they get returned.
It kills me that your amount of moves that you have.
Well, we are,
Yeah, so the troll has 2 types of magic. The ranged magic, which is like a mortar, and his staff. The staff's really the only one that's useful.
Yeah.
Pryzm has her. She can shoot stuff out of her horn. And she can do that pushing effect whenever she jumps and uses magic.
I just kind of realized that most of this plant's thralls are in the lava. So when you heal them, they don't have the supreme magic coat on.
Well, they are magical flowers.
They are, yeah.
So this one just thrives in the lava, I guess.
Okay, yeah. Polar bear's natural habitat is lava.
Yeah. If climate change has taught us anything, that's true, Doc.
They had
Now all the snow people are happy.
all the scientists said there's no time for a polar bear to adapt to a lava-filled environment. But we showed them. Oh, by the way, there's bosses in this game.
The abominable Yeti.
All right. Now these bosses can be difficult. There are some bosses that will actually take quite a bit of skill and strategy. This guy has a shining red butt. I wonder why. Actually, I do kind of wonder why.
It's mostly because we were
I wasn't
throwing-
being
throwing
facetious.
magic at it.
Please let us know in the comments why his butt is red. He's not the baboon or whatever from Lion King. It doesn't make any sense.
So, I think we just realized he has a shield here. And,
Yeah.
And we probably need to take care of him the same way we take care of every single flower in the
Yeah,
game.
it's trial and error. It's just the way.
There we go. One hit
Okay,
kill
yeah.
after we figure that out.
Yeah, that's the guy I pictured turning into that thing. Jesus. Literal Jesus.
Goodness. Free of the plague at last. You too have done a truly noble deed, and I will not forget you. Please.
Oh, thank goodness you've been holding onto this horn for so long.
Yeah.
That would have been useful.
Yeah. Full disclosure, the game literally would have been unplayable
Back yet
if we hadn't
again?
hold on to that thing.
You are a faithful child. Well then, let your lessons begin. You may ask me one question.
Who are you?
Once, I was the noblest amongst the noble, the highest sorcerer amongst my people. But now I am a vessel of evil, a slave to the power I so foolishly thought I could control. I am what you, my child, will become if you continue your quest.
Oh, he is a unicorn.
Ah.